Welcome back to the SA Weekly Talk Show. Your guest, or actually your host, Mike Callahan here, certified advisor of Service Autopilot. We're going to be talking about today is the areas of your business that you absolutely need to automate for 2021 for success. I'm going to hop here on my phone to make sure we are live. It looks like we are good. If you're tuning in live, you want to type a comment here to make sure you can hear the audio. That would be helpful. But we've got a compressed schedule today here. I've got 45 minutes to walk through and show you what are all the areas that you need to automate, in my opinion, in your service business to go out and dominate 2021. So without any further delay, I'm going to pop the screen open as we normally do and dive right into this. So any comments or questions, feel free to drop them in the live or recorded version. As always, I do honor this video recorded for about 24 to 48 hours for any comments or questions left in the recorded version. But we're going to be talking about the things that you need to do in your service business, lawn care, home cleaning, pest control, or any other business that you may be running, and how to automate those in Service Autopilot to drive and pull some time back. So without any further delay, folks, here we go. So do me a favor, please turn up your speakers and get ready for the next 45 minutes of breaking down what I feel will be the most successful moves you can make for your 2021 success in automation. So I'm going to break out and show you a quick little story about my background and my service business before we dive into this, so you understand why I feel automations are so important and how they were so revolutionary in my business.
What I'm about to just share you my story as a small business owner of 25 years in the business. And when we first start out, no one ever really tells us how to go out and get work. We see tons of people servicing lawns or cleaning homes in our area. But the problem is, how do we actually go out and get the work? So in my situation, the stunning realization is I had no choice if I wanted to succeed in business through high school, college, and afterwards, that I really needed to hit the street and start knocking on doors. And this was a sun up to sundown situation with absolute frustration. Some days we won, some days we lost, but at the end of the day, it revolved around me. And if that wasn't enough, I'd have to actually go out and do all the work myself thereafter. So when I wasn't out mowing grass, cutting lawns, weed whacking, I was hitting the street once again, to fill those routes and get more customers. So walking up to strangers' homes, knocking on doors, giving estimates, and honestly, learning the whole entire business process as it went on, learning from some things we got lucky to get enough right, and some things through failure. So as we continue to go in and build and scale this business to $1 million and well beyond, I realized that there really needed to be a better way. But before I could actually discover the better way, I had to get up in the morning before the sun and get all the trucks out in the field, get the trucks loaded, actually go out and find and recruit and train employees. And in the early years, I had no idea how to do that. So it was continued frustration. And in addition to that, growing a sales base to be able to afford these people and keep them busy and put food on the table for their families and mine was a huge stress. Then came additional seasons such as the winter in the upper Northeast. And that was just an absolute grind. Sometimes 24, 36 hours straight, sitting in the truck at odd hours, calling employees and subcontractors and hoping they answer the phone, trying to actually learn how to run a business in a successful way was enough of a burden. But to try to figure out how to keep a life-work balance, grow a business to $1 million and beyond, as we all want to do, and still have a life in your business and be successful was the biggest challenge. So after approximately 12 to 15 years in the business, I discovered automations. And one of the biggest turning points of automations was to create a predictable system that did not revolve around me and close sales day in and day out. And sometimes while I was still on the truck, just like here, plowing snow, the system worked for me day in and day out and created sales processes with predictable systems. So what I'm about to dive in and show you today is the solution that helped me take my life back from my business. Well, at least a part of it, automated estimating through Facebook Messenger bots. And as we're diving in it, this is just a little comical look of Bill Murray here for ABC Lawn Care. But as you're diving in, what happens here is your potential consumer can basically put in their address 24 hours, 7 days a week, whenever they're ready to buy. And the new way that consumers buy in conversational marketing is people want to buy when they're ready to buy, not when it's convenient for you and your business. So as they're entering their address in, they're dropping their zip code in. We are addressing the new shift in buying technology. And in our company, we figured out how to automate estimating for lawn mowing, lawn rolling, fertilization, weed control, dethatching, mulching, snow removal, and much, much more. And what this allowed us to do is, just as you can see on the screen here, create property-specific prices that drove information from Zillow square footage of either the gross lot square footage or the home square footage in the home cleaning industry. So this allows you to go in and close sales literally while you're in the field or sleeping, capture their phone number, capture their email, and make it a seamless sales process. And by doing this, this is just part of my journey of driving and pulling my life back from my business. And I think it's my moral obligation at this point to share this with the rest of the service industry. So I hope you're ready. I'm going to show you what happened on my journey through 25 years in the service industry and how we've gone in and now helped over 300 people plus companies do this in their own business. And at the end of the day, we all get into a business and start a business to have the money and the finances that we want and spend time with our family and do the things that mean most to us. And in the early days, thank God we didn't have kids, and this business did cause divorce. But after I've got remarried and it has recentered my focus, now I can have time with my kids, my family, and enjoy what's really important in my life, but still have the ability to hit the success and hit my goals through automated Facebook Messenger bot estimating as part of our automated system. So now when my consumer picks up their phone, I don't have to be on the other end. I can be out at the movies or the park with my kids or relaxing by the pool while the automation does the work. So buckle up, here we go. And before we dive into this, I'm gonna show you how it's done. I'm gonna just let loose the 3 secrets of how to automate your business and get your life back from your business in the same time.
So how cool was that? So I just want to give a little background on my story of automation before we dive in. So if you're wondering, if you've never seen the SA Weekly Talk Show and you're wondering, well, who is this guy Mike hosting the SA Weekly Talk Show on a weekly basis? We listen to what he has to say. Well, folks, I've lived these trenches, and I'm calling all service business owners using Service Autopilot or thinking about using Service Autopilot and automations and potentially messenger or chat bots as well. I'm going to show you how that all can tie into an SA-centric play for your 2021 business. So quick story behind the scenes. You saw my story of automating my business from 80 to 90 hours a week and going into basically using the kind of the 4-hour week a week work methodology and going from literally almost 100 hours a week to 3 to 5 hours a week to an absentee owner at $30 or 30 days at a pop being an absentee owner. Second guy on our team here is Dylan Rothenberg. He was actually our first SimpleGrowth client as a certified advisor of Service Autopilot. And Dylan's experience with SimpleGrowth automations allowed him to scale his business to nearly $2 million in 8 years, and then eventually sell his turnkey business with the automations built in Service Autopilot. Some of the things I'm going to show you. So as you own a service business, don't think about just the revenue and the things you're building today, but you're also building an asset that can be sold, and that asset can be sold all inside Service Autopilot if you ever look to exit or leave that business and give it to a relative or a kid. So this is how Dylan and I both did this, and we're going to lift the hood here of how we use Service Autopilot automations and some of the next shifts in the buying habit through conversational marketing over the next 25 or 30 minutes. So any comments or questions, drop them below. I want to say what's up to Derek Jenkins and Cecil Perkins as well. What's going on, guys? So here we go here. So your automated business in 2021, the things we're looking at is increasing your sales and revenue. So things that I'm going to recommend that you institute in here, especially if you're building this yourself, is 20 days to close estimate follow-up. So that's our automated estimate pipeline. So if you're building automations on Service Autopilot, we want to be able to go in and build an automated estimate follow-up that follows up for at least 20 days over 3 communication channels. That's going to be omni-channel marketing, and that is going to be automated text messages, emails, so automated emails, text messaging, and phone calls, or ringless voicemail bombs tied into Send Jim, all inside Service Autopilot. We're going to want to look at seasonal upsells. What I'm going to recommend is best practice that we've seen in my business and working with, well, probably close to 500 or 600 businesses in Service Autopilot as a certified advisor, is the magic number that we're seeing right now for not too much communication, but just enough, is about 8 seasonal upsells. So we want to take your core services and build upon that to drive that client lifetime value of reoccurring service. Once again, if you're looking to exit the business or pass it on to someone, reoccurring revenue is the game changer. And that's how we can do that, is we can sell our gateway services and build upon those with upsells for seasonal. Now, the next thing is that next shift in buying habits. So we want to look at using chatbots for real-time buying and customer service. So not only is it a buying function for live 24/7 estimating, but it's a customer service interaction. So we want to talk to the clients where they want to talk to us at on demand, just like your Amazon, your Netflix, your Uber. People want real-time on-demand buying situations or customer service, and not when it's convenient for your business, but when it's convenient for them on the conversational channel that they want. So I'm going to show you how that is very integral, and how we want to go in and take those bots and connect them into Service Autopilot with a sync to alleviate all the double entry, make sure you have good data in from your chatbot into Service Autopilot, no double entry. And if you're using automations, which I'm going to suggest you are, and if you're watching right now, you probably are interested in that, those can also trigger your home-built automations, or if you use SimpleGrowth as a certified advisor. Now, the next thing we're diving into here is customer satisfaction and social proof. So what we recommend building into Service Autopilot is a automated cancellation risk report that's automated, that goes to the business owner, the managers, on a monthly basis at a bare minimum, and a social review request based on NPS scores. If you're unfamiliar with an NPS score is ranked between a 1 and 10 ranking. It's right inside the Service Autopilot V2 and V3 forms. And the way I'm suggesting we tackle this, we build some logic in there. So if they are a net promoter, a 9 or 10, and we've confirmed that, we push them out to your Google, your Yelp, your Facebook reviews. If they are a neutral or detractor, we push them back to your office with a report. I'm going to show you how that can look like if you set that up in SA, to go out and have a really good look at what your cancellation risk is and your actual customer satisfaction score. Now, the third and probably one of the most important secrets we want to be looking at is financial health and cash flow. So we want to automate our overdue invoice process to increase cash flow and reduce AR, accounts receivable. And if you're using Clarent, I highly recommend it. Great service there. For credit card processing, we have automations that are going to go out and automate the expiring credit card process and to update cards on file. So these are the main areas that we're looking at for the biggest net return in your business. Automating is increasing your sales and revenue, customer satisfaction and social review, and financial health and cash flow. And those are the things that we're looking at to create 2021 success. And we've got a couple questions here. I will answer these at the end of these as well. So next thing we're looking at is, how do we really dial in to increase your sales and revenue? So one of the things I'm looking at is in the field upsell. So if we've got a team out there with a mobile or a tablet, how can they enter some information in there and automatically trigger property-specific upsells based on the crew's input? Once again, I said seasonal upsells. So we want to have some logic built in there. And this is how we build these out as a certified advisor for SimpleGrowth. There's certain things you don't want to just do an upsell willy-nilly across the whole entire user base and say, hey, if you've already have our fertilization weed control, just ignore this email. But if you don't have it, click here and sign up. Well, that doesn't adhere to customer lifecycle marketing, and it doesn't adhere to having a personal but automated conversation based at where they're at in the customer lifecycle. So we need to build some logic in there. At a bare minimum, there's several things that we build in as automation experts, but as a bare minimum, if you're building these yourself, we want to make sure that they're not scheduled, they don't have an estimate in process for that particular service, and they're not on a waiting list, because those 3 people right there, if they get that upsell in that time, are going to be alienated and basically felt like they've been spammed. They don't feel like they're important to you because you are not taking the time to make your automations personal to the exact time of the customer life cycle. And then we want to add in chat bots with real-time buying and customer service synced into your CRM, which is hopefully Service Autopilot. If you're unfamiliar what a CRM is, that is a customer relationship management platform, just like Service Autopilot, with your CRM functions, your scheduling, your billing, and automations all in one. So that's what we're looking at there. So the next thing is, how do we go out and increase your sales and revenue in the field? Well, like I said, we've got these in the field crew upsells. Gentleman there is on his tablet, plugging in data into the automation, and we're going to turn your business savvy team members into sales superstars. And that has been a huge key for my business and a lot of the businesses we work with, to be able to take that methodology and allow our teams to have more personalized upsells based on the specific property, and potentially even with some pictures if it's a large, maybe design, build, or drainage job. So the approach is really to have a non-sleazy strategy for upselling your customers. So we want to sell additional goods or services to the existing customers or leads in the software itself. Have you ever wondered what the value of each client would be if you upsold additional services that could possibly be done at the same visit? So if you haven't checked out the Service Autopilot Academy, this is something that Jonathan and a lot of the guest speakers have been preaching at. I had the benefit of doing a 5-hour session, believe it or not, about a month ago for Academy members. We talked about what a fully set up Service Autopilot looks like for success in 2021. But one of the things that, from my understanding, Academy has been really teaching the members how to do is how to continually to raise the lifetime value through upsells of doing the same, doing multiple services in the same visit. So that has been a huge key to success in that ecosystem. And we're going to give you the ability to do that through the on-site upsell and the additional upsells that are automated. Those are the things I recommend that you put in your upsell play when you're building these out yourself, if you do it. So crew upsell equals more profitable work, but ask yourself, how much work have your crews sold so far this year? So structure to force reporting of upsell opportunities, make it easy and habit for them to upsell work for you, and sell the customer on the work they didn't know they needed, and we need to follow up. So with those crew upsells, if you're building them out and having them drive property-specific information, that is going to be your 4 fundamental things that you need to build into the automation and accountability. So maybe you have a form completion required at the end of each job to actually drive that upsell in Service Autopilot. So seasonal upsells, we've got a couple testimonials here, because a lot of people say, hey, Mike, that works great in a lot of markets. My business, my market is different, and this doesn't work. So I want to give you some ideas. Some of the people have actually given us some stats here of how many estimate requests or how much revenue they actually got from an upsell. Brian Ring here, at end of the year, could not believe 30 estimate requests from current clients by the simple click of a mouse. Right here, Steve Albisi closed a $3,200 job right off one of the follow-ups. And we've got a couple other ones in here. Jeremy received nearly 200 mulch estimate requests. Krista woke up to 8 requests off fall aerations and didn't even expect any return. We've got a couple more here. Big shout out by Rudy. First snow upsell email went out today, and we got swamped with inquiries. Hobie had 6 estimate requests off the first one. Hobie also is running pretty strong. Upsell emails have been great. Got maintenance requests and turf clients this morning. So I wanted to show you that when you build these yourself or work with a certified advisor, that there is huge potential. And like, these folks are literally across the United States and Canada, Savannah, Edmonton, Texas, a couple other places out the Midwest. So it doesn't really matter your market or your geographic area. If you're building these automations inside Service Autopilot for upsells yourself, they will work in your market. We've seen it as a certified advisor across the US, Canada, and actually in England and Australia. So this isn't country specific. These things just work. But the part of it is we need to focus primarily on your customer's experience and goals. So for accurate upsells, we need to standardize scheduled service names for tracking. So we're standardizing it so we can filter out based on where they're in the customer lifecycle. Estimate service names practice. We need to standardize the names of our services we're estimating, and we need to standardize our renewal process for tracking. Now, the last thing is loss estimates need to be up to date and closed out in a timely manner for tracking. So if we lose an estimate, we don't want to follow up with like, hey, we haven't heard back from you, yes or no on an estimate. So there is standardized workflow that inside Service Autopilot you really need to adhere to. And I'm recommending you always create a lead, you estimate off the lead. If the lead loses the estimate and they are not going to buy the initial estimate, we close the lead out and we still market to them. We have a very clean database, as well as a client. If we lose the estimate, we close the estimate out. Those are things that are very key. And then we schedule the service from the estimate, which brings over the price, the budgeted time and cost, and everything as far as our naming convention from the estimate service to the scheduled service is identical. So we can go in and create a standardized convention of screening and segmenting your database, because we need real live uptime database segmentation, whether they're a lead, a customer, or a canceled customer per service. And doing these things here will allow you to do that and have personalized but automated communication and not look foolish when you send out these text message emails, or the worst is making a phone call and you've got bad information because your database isn't set up with standardized service names and renewal and closing out those estimates. So those are keys to success there, folks, that we've seen over the last 8 or 9 years automating my business and all the other businesses as a certified advisor. So thing we're looking at in addition is increase your sales revenue through reporting. So this is a screenshot of a report that we had built out inside Service Autopilot's new reporting area. This product here that it's built upon is Logi, and it's very powerful. But the idea is, in this example of 20 days to close, we know who's in the pipeline up to minute and the revenue that could be converted. So it allows you to meet your sales goals when you need to fulfill, like basically work your pipeline at the end of the month. But we've got the each day mark, we've got the client name, the estimate date, the projected revenue, the type, is it a lead or client? So obviously it's gonna be probably easier to close a client than a lead if we're working that pipeline. What's the status of the estimate, the email, the postal code, and the source? Where did they hear about us? So now we can have an automated report from Service Autopilot's report center that automates our automated sales pipeline in 20 days to close. Or if you're building this yourself, we need to build out some kind of reporting feature so you as a business owner can go in at a high level and see, hey, where is our pipeline and what's the projected revenue of the estimates we have out for the next 20 days? Very, very key in my opinion, especially in the spring season. So increase your sales and revenue. On-demand sales is going to be our chat bots. So we want to look at automated estimate bots and customer service bots. And they are one and the same, but they're different. Because you may have existing clients or leads going in and actually wanting to answer some FAQs, frequently asked questions or concerns, or you may have somebody that just wants to go in and get a live estimate. And these are broken down in 3 main steps to success, or I like to call it step 1, 2, and 3A and B. And I'm gonna break that down for you here. But this is the next secret of automating what you need to be doing in 2021 for success. And then we're gonna connect this chat bot to Service Autopilot to eliminate any of that double entry and then trigger your Service Autopilot automations. So increase your sales and revenue on-demand sales. So we've got the capture here. So I took a screenshot here of the SimpleGrowth website. And the way this is built out, if you're building these out yourself, is we can have it set up so you can continue as a guest or continue as the registered Facebook user. So this can be on social media and your website, QR codes. We can additionally have a text in or an SMS text in. So there's multiple areas that people can enter these bots. They don't have to be on social media or your website. They can literally see it on the side of your truck and text in estimate and start this flow. And it says, hey, we specialize in cleaning services, or we specialize in lawn care services. Hey, get a quote. What's your street address? What's your zip code? Kind of like the video in the beginning. But it is an automated but personalized process here. And we're going to capture their information. And as we do that, it's going to check with Service Autopilot for duplicate checking. And if they don't exist, we're going to put their first name, last name, email, address, and track the lead source. So how did they hear about us? Well, it was through our bot on our website. It was through our bot on our social media. It was, they saw the truck sign. But now all the information that you need is automatically being moved into Service Autopilot, so you have good data for your reports and driving your sales machine in the future. So first part is we're going to capture the information and sync it into Service Autopilot. Second thing is we're going to qualify. So if they're searching in the middle of the night or even during the day, the point of a chatbot is to get you in front of the most hottest and qualified leads. So what we've got here on the screen is actually a list of postal codes that are being serviced. So if you don't meet the threshold down here in the bottom, oh, you're not in our service area. We've got an automated message like, hey, unfortunately, we have not expanded our service area. We'll keep you on the list. And when we expand into your neighborhood, we'll reach out. But hey, if you meet the threshold now, we've qualified them. We don't have to get on the phone and talk to somebody and say, hey, where do you live? Look it up. And like, oh, you're not in our service area. Sorry about you. So we're buying the time back and creating a realistic expectation of services based on their service area. Now, hey, good news, you're in our service area. So we've qualified them. And we potentially qualified even more of what services are you looking for. So if we don't offer the service, then we've eliminated them, starting to eat up our bandwidth or time. So next thing we're gonna do is want to increase your sales and revenue with these on-demand sales. So we want to connect. So this is your 3A. So once we've quoted or about to quote them, hey, how often would you like your home cleaned? Or, hey, are you interested in lawn mowing services? Are you interested in fertilization services? Maybe in the part of your country, are you interested in weekly or bi-weekly lawn mowing? But we're going to capture the opportunity when it's hot and ready to buy, not when you, the business owner, feel it's convenient to sell the service. Our customers now want real-time on-demand buying habits, just like the Instacarts, the Amazon, Netflix, the Ubers. Don't be the taxi driver. Don't be the Blockbuster. Don't make them wait for them to come to you or you come to them. Let them do it on their own time on the platform that they want to buy. This is very, very key, folks. And this is something we've been doing in my service business for the last 5 or 6 years, believe it or not. That was bleeding edge. This is cutting edge at this point. So once again, we're increasing that sales and revenue on-demand sales. 3B, we're going to connect. Awesome. Your first visit takes a little bit longer. Here's the price, and then your reoccurring price is this. Based on your address, and this is a cleaning example, but in the lawn care example, we'll talk about based on the square footage of your lot. And they didn't give us that. And they're like, wait a minute, how did they know that? Or how did they know we had 3 bedrooms or bathrooms? This must be a legit estimate because it's customized and personalized based on the actual home or property they live in. And then they can click get started, sign up, and we can get them into Service Autopilot and use that PCI compliant credit card form with Clarent and get that payment processing ready to set. But once again, all this data, if we sync it, their contact information, the square footage is put into a custom field, and the price of everything that was quoted is put into Service Autopilot. No double entry. You wake up in the morning or you pop into SA and it's there notifying you've got a new client. That is the power of using these bots in your automation play for 2021. Customer satisfaction. So now we've got all these sales coming in. Well, maybe the wheels are starting to wobble. Maybe we're not giving that customer satisfaction that we always have. So what I'm going to suggest is building an automation similar to our customer review and cancellation risk report automation. But we go in and get the automation report and social review. So if they hit a promoter, like here, we push them out to social review. But what we've done is automated this. And this is a screenshot right out of Service Autopilot's reporting center of how we're giving you a visual report. And I recommend doing this yourself if you're building this. You need to build this report where you can visually see where your promoters, neutrals, and detractors are, and have a list here of the name, email, and their actual reviews left. And we want to start working on that neutral list first because those are going to be the easiest people to pull into promoters and start driving that social relevancy on your social review platforms. Financial health and cash flow. Well, who doesn't want some more financial health and cash flow? I don't know about you, but I definitely do. One of the biggest things in my service business was overdue invoices. So we want to go out, and the third secret is going to go in and create an automated invoice processing to increase cash flow and reduce AR. So we want to go out and create that process for several different steps, like first warning, second warning, third warning, send court papers, send to collections. We're going to create an automated collection process there to accommodate that. And then included in that, we also want to have an automated process to update credit cards that are about to expire or just update credit cards. So that I suggested 3 secrets to automated success in your business. And I'm going to give you a quick visual flowchart of what those 3 secrets look like amongst some others, the way we built it out in my service business and how we help other people as a certified advisor do this. So first thing we're doing is I really suggest starting right from the beginning. Estimate request. We want a V3 form right out of Service Autopilot with duplicate checking, auto creating the lead on submit, and tracking your lead source from your website or your Facebook posts, ads. So we want those V3 forms based on the lead source to automatically enter them in and do duplicate checking. V3 forms are show ready as far as I'm concerned, and I love them. They pull that over. Social media, website, chatbot. We want to make sure we run that through Messenger, your website, and use a CRM sync right into Service Autopilot. We eliminate that double entry, and we're also doing duplicate checking to keep that clean hygiene of that database. So before the process really gets going, they hit that estimate request, they call our office, or they hit the chatbot. The first thing we're doing is sending out a lead letter. These are the 5 or 6 main reasons why your business is different and why people want to work with you and not your competitors. You're differentiating yourself right out the gate and creating a higher perceived value. Now, the next thing is before the estimate or in conjunction with the estimate, we want to send out some short-term education. But once again, we talked about list segmentation, database segmentation. We're going to educate them to the particular service that they're interested in. So if they hit the website for lawn mowing, I'm going to send them 1 to 3 educational emails, educating them how to do the lawn mowing themselves as a professional. I'm talking about proper mowing height, how to sharpen the blades, how to balance the blades. And, oh, wait a minute. We also probably want to go in and add to that, what are the common questions or sales or price objections we get associated to that particular service they're interested in? So in lawn mowing, the biggest question in my market was, are you going to close the fence gate behind you? If I have a fence, the kids and the dog don't run out if I don't check it after you leave. Because let's face it, folks, most people don't trust contractors. So we need to go in and address the concerns before they're brought up. And we're going to shorten that sales cycle. And we're going to create a higher perceived value so you can sell at the highest price by framing yourself as the expert and giving them valuable information how to do it themselves, and become the expert outside your competitors. No one in my industry, to my acknowledgement, up to today, has even started this process of the automation and lifecycle marketing. And this is literally what's put Service Autopilot on autopilot when you build this out. Now, the estimates submitted, if you folks watching this have heard of the process, 20 days to close, I mentioned earlier, this is what 20 days to close is. So if you're building these automations yourself, I'm going to give you the best practice here. And that is following up 3 channels of communication. We're going to have automated text, automated email, phone calls, and a ticket, which used to be a to-do, call script. Call Mrs. Smith. It's been 3 days since we dropped off the lawn mowing estimate. If she doesn't, if she says the price is too high, this is how to overcome the sales and price objection. And the most important part of the bottom really is if she becomes a client in Service Autopilot, do this in Service Autopilot. If she doesn't become a client, do this in Service Autopilot. So we're keeping that database hygiene. And if she says, hey, I'm not sure if I'm going to hire you guys or not, I'm still shopping prices, do this in Service Autopilot. So that's going to allow to standardize your procedure in your office or with a virtual assistant halfway across the world. And it's going to look the same exact way day in and day out. In addition, we talked about that pipeline report. That was that report that I had showed you where you can see each amount of estimates in each stage of the pipeline and the projected revenue and if they're a lead or a client. So now we have a visual view of our sales pipeline for success. Next step is our one process. And we've added to this and it includes our 3 secrets to automations here that we just went over. So we got to welcome and wow. This is triggered. And folks, all this happens automatically without you doing a thing. If you automate it, long as you submit the estimate and talk about the stages of the estimate of won or lost. The rest of this just happens. This can buy back hundreds of hours a month, depending on the size of your business. So first thing we're doing is we're sending out a welcome and wow sequence. This is going to be a welcome email, and it's going to acclimate to what to expect when working with your business, and it's going to include that PCI compliant clearance form to get that credit card on file if it's required. We're going to build some logic in the automation. So folks, this is again, segmentation. If you're building these yourself, we need to go in and create segmentation. So what we basically suggest is if it's a reoccurring service, we're following up for 30, 60, and 90 days. We need to build the logic in the automation that if it's a recurring service, then it gets the 30, 60, and 90. But if it's only a one-time service, we need to build a logic that it only gets the one-time follow-up. Once again, we don't want to look foolish. We want to talk about where they're at in the customer life cycle and not spam our clients. I'm suggesting happy holidays. All your holidays, we write a little blurb about the holidays. We wish them a happy holiday and just build that relationship and that attraction to the customer. I'm recommending automated newsletters. I'm going to recommend the way you do this here is we do a newsletter for everybody in your database, leads, clients, and cancel clients. Unless they've opted out, we're going to educate what they should be doing in their yard or home the month in advance. So if we're going into the winter season, I'm going to suggest ornamental pruning, or if you're in the South, crepe myrtle pruning. Yes, Mike in New York knows about crepe myrtles. But we're going to talk about the proper timing, the cuts, and then maybe a soft one-liner at the bottom. By the way, if you need some help, we're here to help. But it's education with a soft upsell. Next thing is clients want to know when you're coming to their house and when you've been done. So if I've had the pleasure of hiring a home cleaning service here at the house that is actually a Service Autopilot user. She uses SimpleGrowth automations, and this is one of the automations as a service recipient I really love. It's really cool. But if you're building these out, what I'm going to recommend is a pre-notification that we are on our way, or this is when we're going to be there. They're actually going to be here in a few days. So I just got the notification today, which reminded me of that. And then when Angelica leaves my house, it's done cleaning, I get a post notification text or email, depending how I request that notification. 5-star review with cancellation report. I showed you that visual of the Net Promoter Score. And then at the bottom of that report, you're able to take a look at who is happy, who's not, and you can follow up to reduce that churn or cancellation. Overdue invoice and expiring credit card automation, and the crew upsell. We got the guys and girls out in the field going out and taking property specific stats for upsells. And then the final thing is, I said the magic number is 8 upsells in most service businesses. So we want to go out and tackle and keep an eye at who's got a loss estimate, a cancel renewal per service. The automation, if it's built right in an upsell fashion, is going to segment your database and allow you to basically upsell your services. And if you saw with some of those testimonials, I put them on there, not necessarily a pitch for SimpleGrowth, but to give you some comfort that your business is not necessarily different, or your area isn't different. We've done this all over the United States and Canada, England, and Australia as a certified advisor. So what I'm suggesting is, if you're looking to make a very, very big impact on your business, at a bare minimum, you need 5 upsells a year, but the optimal number is 8. And we want to build the logic into those automations when you're building them to eliminate people who have an estimate request for it in process, waiting list, or have that job scheduled. Those are the basics. There's a few others that we build in, but that may take a hot minute to actually explain the logic behind it. But at bare minimum, those are the 3. When you're building your automations, you want to have that in there so you can have a personal but automated conversation all around the services they don't have but they may need. So comments or questions, drop below. SA Weekly Talk Show, just trying to really provide some value in the next few weeks of what I would say are going to be the biggest things that you should hit in Service Autopilot for the biggest ROI. And basically my mission here in the Service Autopilot ecosystem and SimpleGrowth is to help business owners and entrepreneurs take their life back from the business. Don't have the hardship that I had of working 100 hours a week and let that affect your personal life. We're not looking to replace people in the office here, folks. Yes, this can replace 30 to 40 hours of work in the office. And if that's a financial thing, yes, potentially you could save hiring another employee. But the idea here is, let's not replace our employees. Let's get them doing higher value things. Let's get them out of the $10 to $12 an hour things. Let's get them up to $20, $30, $40, $50 mark and get them in front of the hottest, most qualified leads, and let your system inside Service Autopilot work from lead acquisition through closing the estimate, through welcoming and wowing them, building that reciprocity, customer service, reducing churn, financial impact, and then go out and raise that client lifetime value with a meaningful, segmented, automated, but personal upsell 8 times a year with a minimum of 5 is what I'm recommending. One of the upsells we just looked at was an aeration and overseeding upsell that a gentleman had just did this fall. And the stats were on it that I believe in just the first 2 communications, traditionally we recommend 3 upsell communications for the best. He had sold $82,000 of aeration overseeding off 2 communications without having to lift a finger. It literally hit the day he said the automation should go, and it went out. So Derek said, wasn't necessarily ready to use an estimate bot, but how would you use a customer service bot? Well, Derek, great question. So the idea is, if you're embracing bot technology, 99.9% of the markets it works in perfectly. And that may be some tweaking, and I'm happy to answer some questions offline for you, Derek. But the customer service bot is the same idea. Some people don't want to call your office, but they'd rather text message you, or if they're on social media or your website, they want to be able to type in and get responses or updates. So if you had a rain delay, maybe they didn't see your notification that you're coming tomorrow, they may hit your website, and that's the conversation they want to have in that place. So omni-channel marketing, omni-channel communication. So that customer service bot is going to allow them to have that real-time conversation in the area they want to have it. That's the benefit of that. So any other comments or questions, drop them below. But obviously just wanted to provide some value for 2021. If anybody has any comments or questions on this, drop below, I'll answer them. Or if you have any particular questions how to set this up yourself, feel free to drop me a private message. And we're happy to help you as a certified advisor of Service Autopilot. So until next week, SA Weekly Talk Show, your host, Mike Callahan here, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central, coming back every week to drop more knowledge and help business owners take their life back from their business while utilizing Service Autopilot, automations, and all the features in between. So we'll see you again next week on the SA Weekly Talk Show.